Hi, this is Jessica Simpson with Lula Loops and Stitches. Hey guys, in light of all the craziness happening with this virus all among us, I created this cool pattern for a mask protector. This mask is seriously helping me keeping my hands away from my face. It is difficult to function without touching stuff around, and of course, all the virus will land on my face, even though I wash my hands like a zillion times. Now, let me clarify this. This mask protector pattern hasn't been medically designed or tested. This mask cannot protect you from any deadly virus out there, as it hasn't been designed to block out viral particles and do not lay flush to the face. That said, the mask can only prevent infected people from spreading the virus further by blocking any respiratory droplets that could be expelled from their mouth. This was just an idea of mine created for me to avoid bringing viruses or germs to my face. This mask is washable, so feel free to throw them in the washer machine and dryer, and it's reusable and personal. So now let's get started. For this project, I used one skein of Lion Brand medium weight number 4 in bluish color. They have other beautiful colors out there, so you might want to look into other colors. Although it's recommending a hook 6.0mm, I'm using a 6.5mm because I wanted to achieve flexible and soft texture in this pattern. I'm also using a medium-sized tapestry to weave the ends and a pair of scissors. Let's start by making a slip knot. And if you're new here, consider subscribing and don't forget to click the bell button so you don't miss anything. If you're very new to the crochet world, you can check my other videos where I show you the basic skills needed to complete this one. You can also check out notes below in the description for more details. This pattern works in multiples of 2 plus 1 for the foundation chain. And we are going to start by making a foundation chain of 26. I'm going to start, you can continue, and I'll meet you at the end. Once completed, I'm going to join the two ends with a slip stitch. But I'm going to be very careful not to twist the chain. You want to make sure it's facing the same direction. So if it's like this, I want to make sure that it's facing the same direction. I'm going to insert my hook right here in the first stitch. Yarn over and pull up a loop in between the two stitches, okay? And this is the way it should look, okay? I'm going to be creating the foundation of this project and the ear loop simultaneously. That's why I did it this way. Now, we are going to work single crochet stitches on the wrong side, and when I mean the wrong side is on the back of each chain stitch. Okay, this is the front, the series of V's. I'm going to work on the back between these bumps. That's the wrong side. Okay, and we are going to start by making a single crochet stitch in the second stitch from the hook. Okay, once you complete the last stitch on the round here, you're going to make a slip stitch. You see this first chain stitch at the beginning? That's where you're going to make a slip stitch and you meet this together. Now you're going to chain 2. Now we are going to start making rows. We are going to start making this row by making half double crochet stitches all around until we reach number 12. We are going to start our first half double crochet in the second chain stitch from the turning point. Very important, we are going to make our half double crochet between the two strands of each stitch. Okay, so I have completed the first row of 12 half double crochet stitches. We are now going to work around the ear loop, so that is going to be untouchable. Now what we are going to do, we are going to chain 2 and turn. We are going to start working the second row of half double crochet stitches. Starting with the first stitch, we are going to make a half double crochet stitch and all the way across, which are a total of 12 half double crochet stitches. We are going to work then, this is going to be the second row, then the third row, the fourth row, and the fifth row. So you go ahead and work your half double crochet stitches, and you can meet me at the fifth row. Just remember to chain 2, turn, and continue working your half double crochet. Once you complete the row 3, you're going to chain 2, turn, and continue. We're going to do the number 4 and then the number 5, and we'll continue, and then you can meet me there. Okay, this is the last stitch. You make sure on the row number 5, make sure you are, when you count, you're reaching 12 stitches in total. It's very important if you want to reach uniformity, okay? Now that we did the 5 rows of half double crochet stitches, we are going to chain 3 and we are going to turn. And what we are going to do here, we are going to work V stitches. Okay, V stitches is very easy. All you do is double crochet stitches, 2 double crochet stitches in each of the stitches up here. Okay, I skipped this one and I'm going to make 2 double crochet stitches in this second stitch. 1 and 2, and this is a V stitch. I'm going to continue doing the same thing, V stitches in each of the stitches, and you can meet me at the end. The very end should have 1 double crochet stitch. That's it. Okay, V stitches, and then at the end, the very last stitch, you make a double crochet. That's all, only 1 double crochet. You can continue and meet me there. And this is the last double crochet stitch. Because we added these stitches, that means that we should have 22 stitches in total. Okay, now we are going to chain 3 again. We are going to turn, and we are going to work V stitches too again. Of course, we are going to skip this one, but this time you are going to work the V stitches in between spaces. You see this stitch has 2 double crochet. You're going to work your V stitch in between these 2 double crochet below. Okay, so the way I do is I insert here, it's 1 double crochet and another one in the same space. Then I have another one here. Be careful not to make your double crochet here, because this is wrong. You gotta look for the double crochet stitches that are together, which are the V stitches, and in the middle, that's where you are going to make your double crochet stitch. Okay, you're going to repeat this 2 more times. Okay, this will be the row number 7. We are going to do actually 3 times, the row 8, 9, and 10. So after this one, this will be the row number 7th, number 8, 9, and 10. You're going to do the same pattern. Okay, I'm going to continue, and you can continue, and I will meet you at row 10. Okay, continue. In row number 7, something that I want to Remember, now we here at the end, there's a chain space here. This is where you are going to add 1 double crochet, okay? That's what you're going to do. Then chain 3, turn, and continue as I show the row number 7. This will be the row number 8. You start making double crochet stitches, the V stitches in between the ones below, and then at the end in this chain space you're going to make 1 double crochet stitch. See you on row 10. Okay, now that we completed the row number 10 of V stitches, now we are going to complete the row number 11. And to complete the row number 11, we are going to chain 2 and turn. And we're going to make a half double crochet in the very first stitch. So even though you did this turn, we are going to add another one here, okay? Once you complete this half double crochet stitch here, we are going to start by making decrease double crochet decrease, which is a DC2 together. And the way you do it is by yarning over, working in these 2 stitches. And if you have any you need a extra explanation how to do the DC2 together, you can check out my videos where I upload a video that show you how to make decreased double crochet stitches. But I'm going to explain you briefly here. You're going to work in these 2 stitches here by yarning over, insert your hook as you typically do to make a double crochet stitch. Draw the yarn through the first 2 loops. Now you're going to yarn over, insert your hook in the second stitch, yarn over again, pull up a loop. Now you have 4 loops on your hook, yarn over, draw the yarn through the first 2 loops, yarn over, and draw the yarn through the last 3 loops. And I'm going to do it again. Yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over again, pull up a loop. You have 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, draw the yarn through the first 2 loops, leave these 2 loops here, yarn over again, insert your hook in the next stitch, yarn over again, pull up a loop, yarn over again, draw the yarn through the first 2 loops. You have 3 loops here, and then yarn over again and draw the yarn through the last 3 loops. And that's how you're going to continue. And in the very last stitch in this chain space here, you're going to make a half double crochet stitch. Let's continue and I'll meet you at the end. Okay, now we finish our last stitch, and if you count the stitches here, you should have a total of 12 stitches again, okay? It's taking shape, you see? You see already that little curve here to protect your face. Now we are going to chain 2 and we are going to turn. And what we are going to do, we are going to make half double crochet stitches starting from the first stitch all the way down across till the end. That's all you're going to do. And then you're going to chain 2. So let's half double crochet stitches on each of these stitches. I'm going to continue and you can meet me at the end. Now that we've finished the row number 12 with half double crochet stitches, I'm going to chain 2 and turn, and I'm going to continue the same pattern of row number 12 by making half double crochet stitches across all the way to row number 15. Remember, at the end of each row you chain 2 and then turn and continue with half double crochet stitches. You can continue and I will meet you at the end of row 15. Okay, now that I completed the last row, which was the number 15, what we are going to do, we are going to chain 1, turn around, and then we are going to work single crochet stitches across in each of this, from the first one, starting from the first one all the way to the end. So I completed the last single crochet stitch of this row. This will be the very last row. Now I'm going to create the ear loop, which I'm going to make 13 stitches, and that 13 stitches I'm going to join them on this very first loop on this row. Okay, let's make 13 stitches. And what we are going to do, I'm going to take my hook out of the chain and I'm going to pair this loop with the last stitch so I can make then a slip knot. Okay, now make sure the V side of your chains is facing up. Okay, and the bumps, which is the wrong side, is facing down. That's what matter here. I'm trying to make the yarn stay in this side. Don't do this. If you do this, you're gonna have some issues. Okay, just make sure if you do this, you're gonna have issues. So make sure you keep your yarn away from it so you can work perfectly fine without any problem and troubles. Okay, so I'm going to pair my loop with the very last stitch. I'm going to insert my hook. You can insert the hook first, step by step, and then insert in the very last loop here. I tied a little bit for create tension, and then I'm going to yarn over and make a slip knot. This is the way I'm doing it. I'm not going to move my hook from here anymore. That's all I'm doing. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to work a single crochet stitch in the next stitch here by inserting my hook here and traveling this yarn in this side. I'm not going to do it this way. I'm going to do it this way. Remember, we are working this way. Yarn over, pull up a loop. Okay. It's a little tricky, but it's manageable. Again, and I have my single crochet stitch here. Okay, now what we are going to do, we are going to work single crochet stitches on the back loop of each of these chain stitches. Okay, all the way down here. When we get here, we are going to work a single crochet stitch in the second stitch here. Okay, so it's uniform. So let's start by doing that. It's a little tricky, but you can do this, guys. It's not difficult. Okay. Okay, so I completed the very last stitch here. Make sure you don't skip any of the stitches because you're going to see the difference if you do. Okay, so it's taking shape, it's looking good. Now I'm going to insert my hook, but I'm gonna do it in the wrong side, meaning I'm going to insert my hook from back to front in order to complete this. Okay, and that will be all, guys. This is how it's done. Now we are going to cut fast and cut. I pull here a little bit. I cut this end here. And I make a little knot here. And I do it once and twice so it stays secure. And that's it. Now what you do is, with these ends here, you weave them with your tapestry. So all you do now, you take your tapestry and then you weave the ends between the stitches until it disappears. That's all you do. Very easy. I do it here in between the strands. Nobody can see them. I pull. Okay, make sure that it disappears so you don't see anymore. Okay. And this is how it's done. If this video added any value to you, did you learn something new, any suggestions, questions, or feedbacks, please comment below. At the end, I want to keep bringing to you good tutorials. You are the ones who are going to help me with all this. Many blessings, stay safe, thank you, and see you next time. Hey, don't forget to check out my videos where I show you step by step those skills needed in order for you to start this crochet journey. And don't forget to subscribe.